Today we took a 4-hour fishing trip into the bay out of the Las Peñas Marina in Puerto Vallarta. The Las Peñas Marina is located just off the Francisco Medina Ascencio Highway between the Marina Vallarta and the cruise ship terminal. It's really easy to get to. Marina, we paid 42 pesos for our port tax, and then we met our Captain Charlie, who took us down the ramp and onto the docks over to his boat, the Jasmine. Our fishing trip started at 7 o'clock in the morning, so you can see it's a little dark out, which is just perfect because it gives us the perfect opportunity to catch the sunrise over the Sierra Madre Mountains, which surrounds the Bay of Banderas and Puerto Vallarta. So here we go on the Jasmine for a 4-hour cruise around the bay. So it would be nice to be on one of these bigger boats, but there's our ride today. The Jasmine. Hola. Our fishing excursion was for only 4 hours, which meant that we needed to stay inside the bay. For the captain recommended that we headed to the Destillerada beach area, which is between Punta de Mita and La Cruz. There's a reef there and a great spot to both bottom fish as well as troll. Target species would be red snapper, pompano, and if we were trolling, some Spanish mackerel. The first thing we needed to do after loading onto the boat was to get out of the Marina District. So we had to go through the inner waterway here between the Marina Vallarta itself and past the cruise ship terminal. And fortunately for us, there was no cruise ships coming in, because when they do come in, they stop all the marine traffic. I've been stopped on my boat here for about half an hour while we waited for a ship to come in. So we were glad we avoided that little delay in our fishing trip. Just leaving the marina. The big condominiums here, and there's no cruise ship in the marina today. What's also nice about leaving this early in the morning, or at least before sunrise, is you get to catch all the great lights from the city of Puerto Vallarta as you leave the port. Here in the video, you can actually see the city lights of Puerto Vallarta. Puerto Vallarta, if you look at the official tallies, I believe is 220,000 people, but I've heard unofficially it's on the order of about 350,000 people, but I would imagine that includes some of the surrounding municipalities or colonials and areas. Well, unfortunately, it was a little bit overcast today, so we did not see the sunrise come up over the mountains, not in any meaningful way anyways. Still a great experience getting on the water and looking back at the city lights. So our trip over to the reef near the area of Destillerada took about 45 minutes, and then we cruised over the reef and found out where all the fish were hanging out, and then set up, and we were fishing within 1 hour of leaving the port. Of course, when we got here, this is a well-known spot and a favorite among the local fishermen. There were a number of boats already cruising around and fishing. Most of them were trolling though, and they were catching Spanish mackerel. We elected to bottom fish with some live bait to start the day, and it didn't take long before we hooked into one. Jacques has a monster. Oh yeah, it's pulling nicely.
Only work little up and down.
Yeah.
Up and down. When you
So
pull it up, you
pull it up,
slow.
and then when you go down, you reel it.
Okay.
No. You ready? So you go like this. Up,
Up.
and then when it goes down, reel it.
Yes.
No.
Stop.
Up, and then go down and reel.
You like me to the pattern?
Yeah.
Hey.
Okay, we got him.
Yeah.
I think it's a pompano, I think.
Wait. Let me take it. Wait.
I think it's a pompano. Hold it, Jacques, hold it.
But when the fish is bite, I need you let it go a little time.
Yep.
5 seconds. Okay, you move back.
Oh, no, it's a jack.
Back.
It's a jack.
Yeah, it's back. You move back. Yeah, how you move back?
No, it's a pompano, I think.
This is the pompano.
Pompano, that's it's a really good eating fish.
Amigo.
So here's the pompano, probably about 10 pounds, maybe a little less. After that first pompano, I actually caught one myself. Unfortunately, it's not on film here because I can't film and reel one in at the same time. But here's a picture. We then had a few others online. Unfortunately, we never got them into the boat. So after bottom fishing here, we started trolling. There we go. No. And our luck didn't hold out there either, so we ended up not catching anything while trolling, and then our time ran out, so we headed on back to the port, at Las Piñas Marina that is, and along the way we were fortunate to see lots of different whales. Unfortunately, they were a little bit too far in the distance to get a decent picture of them. Anyways, a great day out on the water, really enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoyed this video. For the rest of it, I'm going to show you what it looks like during the day as we come back into the port. We did try fishing outside of Boca de Tomate, but unfortunately nothing was there as well, and then we headed back to the port. Beautiful day on the water, I'll have to say. So on our way back into the port, the captain cleaned up our fish and bagged it for us, so we would be all ready to take that home. And while he was doing that, I got to drive the boat, which is a bit of a hoot. I have an aluminum boat, 16 feet, with a 60 horsepower motor myself. So this was nice to grab the steering wheel again and relive what I do all summer long back in Ontario, Canada. And just before you reach the port, you actually sail past the runway of the Puerto Vallarta airport. And while we were doing that, we got to see some planes land and take off right over the boat. So just before you get to the entrance of the port, you see all the condominiums and beach clubs and resorts in the Puerto Vallarta Marina district. Quite impressive, actually. A lot of these are some of the oldest resorts that are condominiums that you'll find in the area. And they are quite impressive to look at from the water. And here we are just arriving back in the port, and there's still no cruise ships, but what we'll see in a minute is the pirate ship, and they do an excursion twice daily, once during the morning session where they go to a beach and put on a show, and the second one is in the evening where they have a nice dinner, a pirate show, and they light off a lot of fireworks right in front of the downtown of Puerto Vallarta. I haven't taken that excursion, so I can't recommend it at this point, but I've had some feedback from some friends who have, and they really enjoyed it. So if you're in the area and you're looking for something interesting to do, especially if you have kids, this might be something to do during the daytime. I probably wouldn't recommend taking the kids on the nighttime show, though. At least I've been warned against that. So if anybody has been on the pirate ship, both the day and the nighttime show, maybe they can comment or leave a comment here if you recommend this particular excursion, number one, and two, if it's suitable for children. That would be greatly appreciated. So now we're just pulling into the Las Piñas Marina, and that will be the end of our fishing trip. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please like and subscribe, and please keep on watching.